It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm just happy to see what God has done in all the lives of others, and how He's still helping me grow. You know, there's much, there's much persecution for the righteous. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. But God delivers us from all of them. In some way. And so, I remain faithful to the Lord. I remain hopeful. I know destruction is to go be the portion of, the wicked or any that, you know, set out, against, look, God's anointed, And, honestly, I feel like a inside of joy and contentment, There was a time when I was treated like a project, without my consent. Treated like a project without my consent. Everything I've said has been proven unless, and you see, that's the thing, like about distortion and smear campaigns, like it incorporates a large body of individuals, It can, and that's the form that I was faced with unjustly, unrighteously. So, to this day, I speak on that, and I would never stop speaking on it. There's no intimidation, nothing that can stop me from that. Other than God Himself tells me that you're okay. But, God is a God that loves justice and fairness, though. So do I. I feel like God feels, regarding the things that He sees and I see. So, I mean, you know what I mean? I think my what I'm saying, I think it's violent, And he said many don't care, but many don't care, And like in that case, to be honest and quite frankly, those who don't care about God, because see, I don't care about the attention, I'm turning to God, And so those who don't care about God, gonna die in their sins, So, and that's the truth. If they don't care, then they don't care. That's fine, But as far as like my own situation, many don't have to care. God gonna avenge me anyway, in some way, because mainly it being because of the failure to repent, many not repenting of it, but continue. Repenting is a change of mind, a main change of mind, but continuing to, continuing in that, there's no reason why my freedom of expression shall be anyway, distorted or, attacked, in any way, because nobody else's was, in that way. And if it was, and it was just done as a cover from, for the true attack, which is mine, so I mean, that's what at the end of the day, expression still get out, Notice how expression slow down to a halt, like certain types of expression slow down to a halt, because, as a, what I'm saying, just as a time, there's a connection there between my stuff and then that. And then I wouldn't be surprised if after this some more stuff come out. You feel me? Like everything wired in. Just like my own cellular device is like a spider. If you look at it virtually, because it's like a spider with thousands of legs, hundreds of legs probably. Because, it stems out, with many unconsented, surveillance, things on my device, And, like I said, in turn, all of this shall be broken. It shall be broken. Whether, I live to see it or not, it will be broken and it will fall. Anybody that's been done unjustly, in a massive way, that ends up actually contaminating, everything a person worked for, all their dreams, their love, their chances, their happiness, everything become tainted, and then on top of that, receiving threats of death threats or execution, and, things of this nature, and then all alone now, mind you, you haven't done anything to these people, you haven't done nothing wrong, but you see it unfolding to be to the point where it's being framed, manipulated to seem like that. And now it's time, it's the season, that I shall become more adamant, about my expression of these truths. Whether anybody listens or not, it's the truth. And nobody worried about it other than who terrorized me. And then whether that should go down, in a perfect atmosphere, environment, and in a just, environment or atmosphere, then, that's over with, So that's not my worries. my worries now is how can I please God more. The rest of that is already over and done with. It will be soon. Soon. Like to God, 1,000 years in a day is the same. And so God is Alpha and Omega. That's where I put my faith in. Everything that I've been going through is the same thing Jesus went through and the same thing the prophets went through. I seen it like in front of my eyes. I didn't believe. I didn't believe at first, but seeing is believing. I got persecution from all sides, but unjust, unrighteous persecution. Wickedness. Everything that's finna burn in here for eternity is at me. And attacking me. And that's straight. Because it be that portion that they're giving me right now is what will be repaid to them times 1,000 when they get to the other side. So at the end of the day, I'm still content and I'm good. There's no bitterness in me. Like many misrepresent, my expression of the truth as things as bitterness. There's no bitterness inside me. There's only, a vehement desire for the cessation of terrorism or tactics over my life, individual terrorism, and then, as malice of things form. And the thing is, like, the average person won't see it or they won't be able to perceive it until after the results have come into fruition. And see, that's something I can't let happen because the results is my destruction, the destruction of my poetry, my writing. It's nothing but truth and facts that I script. There's many in history, that have scripted truth and facts. Why is it all of a sudden, mine is under such a huge, big deal? It's never been the case. That's my amendment rights. I'm straight on that. I'm not antagonizing no entity or corporation. I'm just speaking on the terrorism in my life. And that's it. Because I need, it's for the protection of my livelihood, my protection and the preservation of my own life. Been subject to danger, assassination attempts, types of all these types of things several times, numerous times. So, me speaking the truth, I do is until the protection of my life, due to the fear of my life, for my life, in that sense, So, that's over and done with, what else? There's lots, it ain't my fault where the breadcrumbs lead, And the thing is, like, the expression, see, when all right, just for instance, just a second ago, I used the word fear. What I'm saying? Let me explain something, to you real quick, because like when it comes to like fear in that sense, I don't mean fear as in timidity. You know what I'm saying? I mean it in a way that would, like fear that will breed action, like in a way, that will breed certain kinds of action. The fear that creates, that action, that needed action for, dangers or like serious and important points in time. So, that fear is not literal fear is what I speak on, but there's, what I'm saying, like people, they twist things up, like, nah, it's already distorted. Started, not fear, in that nature, in that way, there has to be something done, and matter of fact, I got like, I got a lawyer network, and I'm gonna get on that myself, because I see, that's the only option for me, in this way, other than God just destroying everybody. So, in order to save innocent people's lives, it's that I fight this action, God being a real, faithful servant. And I know I live my life and conduct myself in a way that God would approve of. No fornication, none of that. That's a no for me. And then it's even to the point where I even doubt I ever will, like in such, ever will embrace that reality, for marriage and things as, distortion, spirit campaigns follow me, they're all around, in everywhere I go, they follow me, they stay under the radar. They escape prosecution. It's like a constant thing. And it's cleverly, implemented and strategic, in this way. And so, to be honest, hey, I don't know, I got enough though, like I said, I got enough. I think I got pretty much a solid case of, truth and of whatever has been. Because the more it's imposed on me, then the more outspoken and direct I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna take what's necessary. Necessary steps. It's weird, man. It's definitely weird. It's weird. But it ain't creepy though. I'm creepy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't creepy. Yeah. Yeah, it's an intense persecution that I'm subjected to, and then, I know the man, like I said, I know more and more truths that God showed me at this appointed time, just the thing is, the expression of those truths, what do they lead to? And see, that's what I'm trying to prove here, because I've already expressed all these truths, what it leads to besides Satan using something to try to misconstrue or misrepresent it as lies. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing you did. I caught that in live action. Like a lot of this stuff people do, like it's the same things that already done destroyed. It's like it ain't no rational reason as to how people can keep uttering the same stuff, like falsely accusing me of falsehood. You remember in the Bible they said Jesus was a demon. You know what I'm saying? They accused Jesus of casting out demons in Satan's name. But Jesus broke it down with the truth. It didn't make sense. Why would Satan cast out Satan? Then his kingdom can't stand. That makes sense. That's proof. It's just the wicked, man, and this is just a massive persecution for following God and trying to do something for God, And so many of these demonic and devil worshiping persecutors, whether even though they don't admit it with their words, they devil worshiping in their actions and what they're trying to stop, what they're trying to do and what they're trying to hide, cover up, what they're trying to destroy. What God made as if God go just stay silent forever. They've already seen the proof. They've seen all the miracles. They've seen everything. And they know that, that this is indeed God's vessel, Now, if I'm a prophet, I ain't no prophet of no other name but God. And Jesus, that's who I'm a prophet of. I'm not, and I don't have to say it. God already proved it for me. Every day, almost he proves it, for me. Some turn away and turn a blind eye. I predicted all that stuff. Why is it still like a mystery? My numbers, honestly, and I don't really care about numbers, like as far as like ranks and ratings and all that. But, rationally speaking, giving my contribution to the world, even aside from spiritual warfare, the contribution and things I've given to the world, my numbers should like quadruple. It's not, but everything was weaponized against me, by whoever had the money and the power to fund it. And then it's like, what now? In that way, because now the truth's out there. What now? And then since it's like seemingly nobody cares, quote unquote, then okay, more action is needed, and it's just a matter of finding that action and taking the appropriate steps towards, the justice and things that you deserve and you need, It's not a matter that sleeping dogs gonna lie. Because it continues, it's not going to stay continue. I think what it is that the demonic persecutors, they misunderstand, kindness for fear. They misunderstand compassion for fear. They got things twisted and distorted in that way to where, they thinking they wrong. But, trust me, that this season, next season, or the season after that, they're gonna see, the true nature of God, and then a lot is gonna happen. And seasons can take years, So, eventually, but just keep in mind, when bad things happen, keep in mind, how your life is. And, instead of looking at the plank in our brother's eye, or speaking our brother's eye, look at the plank in our own eyes, see what we're doing wrong, in our own lives, instead of trying to find a problem with the next man so much all the time, especially a righteous man that ain't did you no harm. I said the Bible, why strive with a man who has done you no harm? I've done none of these people no harm. That's how, and see, they're not going to understand until they like I said, they have no feelings. They have no feelings, but they're going to feel that fire, and that heat, and they're going to feel that their skin get ripped off and their eyes being poked out and things in hell. You know, it's horrendous in hell, you know. And then it's like you in the flesh. I mean, for them, you know, when they go to the other side, it's like they gonna want to die, but you can't die. You know, I'm just speaking of the things that's going to happen. But it's, you know, to fools, it's laughable until they actually feel it. You know, like the Bible and Proverbs tell you, you can save a fool, you have to do it again. You know, you can. They not made. You can grind them to dust, but they still not made wise. You know, what's wisdom in the hand of the wicked? You know, when he has no heart for it. You know, these are verses. You know, Bible verses. I mean, it's the truth. We're seeing it right now. You know, all the, you know, and like really, it's people that's fighting against God. Literally, you know, they fight against God, not knowing that it was prophesied. What they are the ones that's in the Word right now, in the Bible, that the Bible was talking about. You know, they are the ones right now in this day and age that the Bible was talking about, you know, and they, you know what I'm saying, they don't even realize it. And the Bible said they wouldn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? All of it was predicted already. They're the very ones you know, that's finna be picked apart. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're the very ones that's enemies of God and at enmity of God. God is not on their side, you know, because of what they're doing, you know, and how they're doing it, you know. God is like, hey, so there's no mistakes or no confusion. You see clearly that this is, you know what I'm saying, this is a child of mine, or this is something I am doing. That's what God is saying, you know, but yet you still, you know, in rebellion to it, and you still fight, so then you show a blatant disregard for God's, you know, for no reverence or respect for God himself anyway. So there's no way nobody can say anything good about God, you know. I mean, like, you know, like lifting up God's name, you know, in that way and things, while also destroying his purpose. That's hypocrisy, and not only that hypocrisy, that's blasphemy. Like, you know, you're not doing it for God, you know. I'm just here to say, I mean, God pulling back his hand of protection, and it ain't because of my fault, so I shouldn't be under any kind of attack. I'm just speaking, I'm a messenger. I'm delivering the message, you know, because if I don't deliver the message, you all die. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Like, I mean, it's a message. God is not a fairy tale. God is not some genie in a lamp or in the air. You know, God is a real, living, alive being that's everywhere. You know, actively. You know, I don't know how else to express it indirectly. I'm doing with everything that my calling that I was put here to do. You know, and I'm expressing it as clearly as I possibly can. You know, you are warned. You know, stop your wicked actions. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, but you know, the wicked, the Bible tells you, the wicked do not, you know, they have no ear for wisdom. You know, they despise the wisdom. Instead of listening and taking it and applying it to their life, rather, they want to destroy the person that's speaking. That's backwards because that's Satan. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using it, they worry more about the attention that another man getting from saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's small stuff. That's small, you know what I'm saying? You want more influence, more power and things. Those are vain concepts. Those are irrelevant, unimportant. Attention and popularity, you know, influence, you know, and all of that, you know. We are in that time, you know, we are in that time. God has some more revelations to expose, you know, and he will. But, you know, what I get from the persecution and things, it's all good for me, you know, because, I mean, it's teaching me how to endure, you know, and it teaches me how to ignore, you know, because, you know, and then what it's doing is it's sparking that fire. It's keeping that fire inside me hot so I can continue to deliver messages like this. And now it's getting to the point whereas when I hear, you know, even like, you know, the snide and discreet, you know, noise, harassment and things that's done as a way to normalize and control me into silence and not speaking or to intimidate me snidely, you know, and all of these kind of things, you know what I mean? All of that is, you know, what it's doing for me is it's empowering me. It's making me more confident, you know, and bold, you know, to the point whereas, you know, I know that, you know, I should be doing this and I should be, because I already know that even if they don't do it, you know, but it's just helping me grow as, you know, in my anointing, in my calling, because, you know, there's nothing that they can do because God is with me, but they can make noise. That's all they can do. So, I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's Satan. Satan can't do nothing, you know, unless you have no power unless, other than what, you know, what you give him. You know, and that's the truth, you know what I mean? Like I said, I have no variance with any entities, you know, or corporations or businesses or nothing. I have nothing to do with that. The only interest involved in it is, you know, like I already explained before, you know, there's no reason for me to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in a way it is, because, you know, and that's only regarding, you know, my protection, you know, or you know, because of the terrorism that's been proved and shown, you know, widely. and that, I've been facing. I have faced, I'm willing to sit there and articulate with anybody about it except for a campaigner, because extortion and smear campaigners are the ones I do not want to talk to, because they already paid in order to not believe you. They're paid to misunderstand you. They're paid to twist things up, so it don't be in your favor anyway. And then it's paid to just, discredit everything to make it look like it's some kind of scandal or some kind of, to de-emphasize it and mislabel it to be something that it's not, to seem like it's just some crazy, conspiracy or something like that, and all of that is false. That's lies, I'm not even a fan of conspiracies, I don't even like conspiracies. All I speak is truth, that's all I know is truth, through the Spirit of God, that leads me, so I mean, it's no problem for me. Dexta, like, man, it's all good for me, There's nothing, that I have done, period. I already exposed everything. There's nothing that I have done at all, other than live a right life and defend myself against terrorism. As simple as that, and speak up about terrorism that I was facing, which in turn, created all this extra stuff. There was nothing I did that was bad, and that was bad for the terrorism to first spark off. It's people, like it was things, that I mean, there's nothing I've done, that's bad in my life, that was deserving of such persecution. People make up stuff, lied, and I've been lied on, and framed, and cheated, lied to, all of that shit I've been through it, and all that snowballed into this, to the point. And so, yeah, all I want is something to be done, rightfully about what I face, and that's, and I ain't applying no pressure, I just reaffirm it, because even if it don't, nothing is done about, all I face. As long as I can be able to express it as it happens, I'm good, And that's the way it is. As long as I can continue to express, about the terrorism that I have faced and everything, and then, don't feed too much into, false, realities of people, like talking about they already looked into this or that. All of that is lies, because if anything was, if it's looked into like that, then the truth is automatic, is all there. All my stuff is meant to be taken in perspective, not bits and pieces, but everything all together, But that's the truth, what I mean? Yeah, man, it just continue, like, every day after day, man. Anytime Satan has some strong vessels, man, like, in a way, because, like, anytime it's perceived that I am, it's perceived that I am weak, or that I'm tired, or I'm weary, then that's when it pounds down, if I, like I said, I can't even, like, why sometimes, I can't even, like, resort, reabsorb, my, information, my material, my copyrighted quotes, ideas, and poetry, from platforms without it being mistaken or misperceived as something else, This is my stuff, what I'm saying? I don't know, what I'm saying? As of right now, I can't verify or confirm, I can't either confirm or deny that, there's some kind of, manipulation of my copyrighted material. But in the case that it is, or anything to that extent, that, okay, upon illumination, then, okay, God definitely go fix that too, in his due time, But I mean, given how close God has been to me, I know that I know for a fact that there's things that's that been said against me that I still wasn't able to discern at the current time, at a specific time, because one thing I know about God is he's near to the broken spirit, and the lowly. So it's like, there has to be something that's huge, against me, that God hasn't opened my eyes completely to, or, just because of what he's been doing, like, for him to give me, measure a little bit of power, or a little measure, in the weather, in the sunlight, in the rain, in the, the storms, the turbulence, the earth, the ground and the rocks of the earth, it's a measure of power God appointed to me. he didn't give me all of it yet, but he gave me some. And for him to do that, that's let me know that there's definitely something, for God to feel as though he has to step into this magnitude, then there's more. There gotta be more, But just judging from what I see now, it's you know what I'm saying, it's a horror show. You feel me? Like it's grotesque. It's abominable. It's atrocious. The evil it's you know what I'm saying, it's egregious. It's a circus. You know what I'm saying? Like from what I'm seeing now, it's not fair well or adding up well. But I see who the persecutors are. From now, but now they're gonna see who I am. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna see who I am. Because I don't. All of that don't matter to me. What I. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, it's bad, but I'm bad too, though. In that way. God is bad. I mean, he's good, but I'm saying, he's the most certified. And so yeah, what I mean. I'm not liking, what it is. I'm not liking what I see, but I know there's something huge though. That's it's an extension of the terrorism, and it's huge and it's larger and it's bigger, and it's include the more people that. And it's thousands of people, and hundreds of people maybe, and regardless, and I tell you, not one of them shall be left standing in the air, and that's a prophecy of God, and the end is God's time determined, whether my reign is over or whether he come and he takes me up, he takes us up in the light, before the tribulation period happens, like that. Another tribulation period, but he already says not one shall be left standing in the end. And so whether that's because of my effort or not, but as the wicked, the action of sin, it works with destruction by itself. So I think these persecutors that's done all of this, they're going to destroy themselves anyway, because that's what they're doing by attacking me. They're killing their own souls by attacking me, and they don't even know it, but they'll know when that heat and smoke and fumes and horrible discontent and horrible terror and all of these things that shall come over them once they descend into the pit of hell. So I mean, and it's horrible. It's a horrible thing, because one thing about it, once you die, then you can't die again. Souls they're gonna be tormented and tortured. There's no time on the spiritual side. Time don't exist. It's just a forever moment. There's no time like it is on this side. We have day, night, and noon and evening. We have time on this side. On the other side, there's no time. You just there. Time doesn't pass anymore. You froze. And in hell, that's even worse. More worse, because time passes on the earth, but it doesn't pass in hell. You just forever. And humans only got reference of the time because of what they've created. We can discern, certain seasons. And I mean, in the old days, like the seasons were discerned by the face of the sky, and then the fruits and things like that. The time is now when you can't tell the season really, but by the the fruit, and that's in the word too. What I mean, and it's getting up to that point. So yeah, what I mean. There's a whole lot, and it's huge. It's a huge campaign, it's of magnitude. It's atrocious. And it's something that should not be. It should not be. But in the end, it will fall. It's terroristic, unfair, unjust, it's phony, it's evil. And a lot of things I still haven't had. God haven't brought to my realization yet. But from what I see now, I realize just now alone is that it's going to a place that it's gonna have to go. And it will go there. And then I even perceive God has even shown me that it's some means of my help. That there's forces, there's things that can fund, or bribe things to the extent to where, it won't, just against me to the extent to where it won't be taken seriously or it won't be looked at with, importance or significance, and that's because I got like it's tons of lawyers and things I could choose from, that I'm gonna have to end up pulling from, but I mean, there's only some of them that it's like you have to be, it's like, it's pretty much, you find somebody good, and then you know what I'm saying, they try to help you, then the terrorism campaign go try to knock them out. It's go try to knock them off or try to terrorize or antagonize their lives. Or it's gonna try to stop, or if it can't manipulate them intellectually, then it's gonna try to destroy their lives as it's doing mine. But I think that I'm pretty sure, I'm certain that that's gonna be towards, like I'm saying, the way it is like everything gonna hit the fan, and it is, and it's time for me to go ahead and make that move, because now what it is it's like it's all about timing. And that's what's being manipulated at things. You can't wait for something. I realize that when things are evil and wicked, you can't wait for it to act right. You're never going to act right. All it does is it sits back, it'll fall back, and give you that illusion that it is until, the position or time comes where it can destroy you. Nothing is coming from me. There's no reason for anything to be coming from me. Say, that's just the honest truth. What I do is express the terrorism I've endured throughout the years and talk about the love of God, what he brought me from. And then as it comes, I have to incorporate that into current reality, because that's protection against, that particular demonic and satanic device from devil worshiping, worshipers, and that's the truth, because either you choose God or you choose Satan. Nobody can't choose God worshiping the devil. And if anybody trying to destroy God's prophets or God's work, then they can't be for God, That's the truth, man, Yeah, man, the love of money is the root of all evil. Love of money is why people in hell right now, some people, the demons down in hell right now. It's a lot that's in hell right now. Hell is a huge place. And it's like, it's a reality fine-tuned for each specific individual, like according to their own actions in this world and things, according to what it is they've done and all of that, I just say get it right, accept Jesus in your life, And then anybody with Jesus in their heart and love of God they wouldn't desire to hurt nobody, like, in the first place, nobody, period. But they wouldn't desire to do any harm to nature to anyone, Yeah, behind the scenes, there is a campaign, and it's constantly being worked, edited, and, as I'm constantly being stalked, gang stalked, what I'm saying, in the sense of that term, I'm constantly being stalked. And it's electronically harassment, it's all of that, in order to bring me into a position to where I can be condemned, even though I live righteous. So it's like, because, and they won't be condemned, because of the truth and the facts and the potential I possess into exposing, the evil and the terrorism. And the terrorism extends other places that is, what I'm saying, it extends to a higher level of society and everything, that I previously had no knowledge of, that I previously had no interest in, before this terrorism. And it's like breadcrumbs. Like I keep saying breadcrumbs. It's like where the breadcrumbs keep leading back, And I just pick up the breadcrumbs and then I examine the breadcrumb and then I put out recordings about the breadcrumbs, you know what I'm saying? The breadcrumbs gonna lead somewhere, but that's not my problem where they lead. My problem is deliverance from terrorism, and that's all I care about, See more illumination, coming, and you will see me become more, bold in it, and upfront about it, as it continues, because I'm not a fan of it, I'm anti, terrorism in all of its forms, and I'm not gonna sit back, and allow it to, be formed into fruition and things to come to pass, in that nature, God is bigger than God is bigger than that, So regardless of any opposition or anything of that nature, my trust and faith is in God, and it's for God that I'm working. You know, it's for God that I'm doing this. You know, recording, and I'm working for God through these recordings and through my poetry and all of that. You know, and it's actually being incorporated into it. You know, it's not. I didn't set out. I didn't set out for these results. You know, or anything, but you know, that's the way it crumbles. You know, that's the way it turns out. You know, that's where the breadcrumbs led. And then, you know, hey, when I get to the loaf of bread, I'm going to devour it. I'm out.